Plaintiff Sawan Garrett says after he allowed the defendants to move into his home, they left an ecstasy pill in Sawan's son's room. Sawan claims he added the defendants to his cell phone plan and ultimately deactivated their account. But he's suing because they went behind his back and reactivated it. Defendants Vanessa Sepulveda and her fiancé Anthony Haddon say living with Sawan was a nightmare because he would go off on them if they left even one crumb on the kitchen counter. Vanessa insists the pill that was left in Sawan's son's room was not an ecstasy pill, and they deny owing him for anything.
Start with you.
Yes, sir. I'm from Natchitoches, Louisiana, Your Honor, which I have a past, and I moved to California in 2008 to gain custody of my child and to change my life for the better. Moved to Bakersfield in 2009, where I met Anthony Haddon's mom and later met them. In 2010, they needed a place to stay, so I allowed them to move in with me. Come in my house, I could find ecstasy pill in my son's room where they're sleeping. So after that, I kicked them out because I told them they have no respect for their own self. They have a child.
It wasn't
my
ecstasy.
child
It was not
could have
ecstasy.
got. It don't matter what pill it was. I knew it because I looked it up.
It was an
and seen it.
antibiotic.
Antibiotic may have
That's right.
caused some damage. Go
Because
ahead.
my son is allergic to penicillin. So if he would have got hold to it, he still would have had problems. And then by me being a single father, my son would have been taken away from me. I would have had to go through all this other extra stuff that I already went through to get him, to
What'd you
get
have
him
go
back
through-
again.
What did you have to go through to get your son?
Oh, I went through hell to tell the captain.
A lot of folks don't recognize that young men,
That's
in
right,
many
that's
instances,
right, because the-
have to fight to take responsibility
Yeah.
for their child.
Yeah,
so what did you
because-
have to go through?
Because the thing that happened was I was always, every time my ex-wife, my son mama, wanted to go out and do what she wanted to, she had cause a fight with me, call the police, until I did this and did that. So I'm always going to jail until the final time when she called the police and lied and stated that I broke her ribs. Couldn't bring no evidence. Friday, they called me saying I need to file an ex parte for my son. And so as I did that, I was going back and forth to court like almost 6, 7 months. The mother never came to the courtroom. And so each time.
They determined you were fit and she wasn't,
And-
obviously.
yes.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. You deserve a hand.
Yes.
What do you all have to say about living with him?
It was horrible.
Why?
He constantly, every time, if I left a crumb on the counter, he would flip off on it.
I got
There's a big
OCD.
old mess in my kitchen.
I got OCD, Your Honor.
It's barely a crumb.
That's right.
He did come tell me, hey, you left a little mess on the counter, clean it off.
That's
He
right.
wants to raise hell. Like, I just got to let the whole kitchen is a mess.
How long did you stay there?
Not even a month, sir.
Yes,
Because
sir.
he found the pill in the bedroom that we were sleeping with his son.
That's right.
The pill he found was by our stuff, by our bags with her pill set.
Okay,
It
in
may-
my
it
son's
may have-
room, right?
It may have failed out.
In my son's
And
room,
see,
right?
It's easily just picking it back up and putting it asking, okay, this is your pill, y'all
He
found
had
it?
a right to be concerned, and you
That's
should have
right.
been
Yeah,
concerned.
no,
That's right.
also.
no, I was concerned.
No, you
When I
wasn't.
looked at the pill, it was
Wasn't
just
too
antibiotic.
concerned.
Whatever type of pill it was
It should be
subject
put
to
up.
cause some type
Yeah,
of
I-
damage.
yeah,
It was
I
just a
understand
slip.
that.
It was accident. We
It was an
understand
accident, I understand
Pardon?
that.
You're acting as if it shouldn't have been a big problem, Your Honor.
That's right.
And it wasn't ecstasy.
No.
Whatever it was, you're
And so
not
that's
getting
what
it.
we here today for. No respect. No respect.
Tell me about the collections building.
Okay, in 2011, after they moved out, I was still helping them.
How?
That's a lie, that's a lie. That's a lie.
I gave them
That's a
food
lie.
out of my house. I gave them
That's a
DVD
lie,
players.
that's a lie,
I
that's
gave
a
them
lie.
DVD players. I
Maybe my
gave them
sister,
movies.
not us.
Every,
That's
yo,
fine.
she
That
was
was your-
staying with y'all, wasn't she?
And she used that, not
okay.
us.
It was
Yeah, no,
to
we
y'all.
had
Y'all
our
asked
own
me.
stuff.
You came to my house and picked the movies out.
The point is,
Yes, they
you
did
gave
not-
to them. You
that's
had
right.
they had to live
They
with
s-
you, them and their baby. That's
That's
3
right.
people. You
That's
moved
right.
into your home.
That's right.
They benefited from your generosity.
Yes,
He
sir.
also
Got it.
benefited
And,
as
in two,
well.
and
How?
see,
How
I'm
did he
from the
benefit
South,
from
so
you?
you know.
How
We
did
had
it
met
benefit from
him.
you?
He had gotten a DUI, had went to jail, and
2 months
his,
after he met the guy.
and his mother had to.
My mother raised his child for 2 months while he was in jail.
While he was
But
in jail.
and
Did she
hold
not?
on.
Did she not?
Answer
Did she not?
Quiet. What did you all do?
Because
to
when my mom,
benefit
What did they
him?
do?
while my mom was at work.
That's your mother. I'm talking
no,
about you.
Okay, I'm saying, when my mom went to work, while she was watching his kid, I watched his kid while my mom went to
You
work.
didn't work?
No, I was only like 17 years old.
You didn't go to school?
No, this is during
He
summertime.
was not doing nothing with himself.
How old are you now?
Okay.
I'm
You were
25.
17 then?
I'm
you talking
17.
about what he benefited from when you were 17.
Hi.
Yeah, exactly. This is around the time I was
Be
messing with
quiet,
him.
sir. You don't know how you sound. We're talking about when you lived with him, when you mooched off of him with you and your wife and
Mooched
your
off?
child,
We
when you
didn't mooch
used
off.
his
I didn't mooch off
movies
him.
and everything else,
That's
and you
a lie.
want to go back 8 years ago.
Okay, well, no one else was going
I didn't
ahead.
know him 8 years ago. That's
Let's
the
talk
whole.
No one else
about
is
the
gonna be
That's a
collection,
lie
sir.
right there. They lying right now.
Let's talk about how they owe
Okay,
you
Your
for your
Honor.
phone bill or
Okay,
the
for
collections
2011, February of 2011, I added a phone line for them. In August, the phones was cut off. This is my wife, Charlotte, and I had added a phone on her line in 2013. And so here I come with a collections bill of
See it, please.
collections bill and the bill for 2013 that the account is still open.
When you spoke with them, what did they say?
They said we wasn't gonna pay it. That
No,
ain't
take
our
the
bill.
money.
We didn't.
All
we
right, let
didn't
me hear
do
from
it.
you all on
Okay.
the bill.
Yes, he actually, we acted his plan.
Why?
I couldn't get it in my own name.
Okay.
I couldn't get my phone name, so I asked
Now,
him. He
hold
agreed.
on. I just want to get to this ungratefulness you're demonstrating. They move you and your woman and your child in. You leave pills around in his child's bedroom. Then they put your phones in his name. And you acting very ungrateful toward him, like he's done something to you.
Yes. Your
No,
Honor.
no. Okay, Your Honor,
Like, go ahead.
what the problem was, okay, when I got the phone with his plan, the whole entire time I was on his contract, it was back and forth. She just said, he's turning her data off out of nowhere, not telling us nothing. I'm having to call AT&T to have AT&T call him for the password so I can talk to them about why her data's off. Finally, he goes on and calls AT&T and reports our phones lost or stolen.
Why?
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe because you didn't pay.
No,
we always
I
pay
paid my.
the phone was-
I always
They
pay
said
my.
that was the
I always
reason,
pay
'cause
my
y'all
phone.
didn't
Always
pay.
on time.
I asked for
I always
the
pull
phone
my
to
phone.
take them back
That's
so I
enough,
could
sir.
use
You
them.
didn't ask. You
Okay.
He never asked. He demanded. He demanded me. I gave him my phones when I paid for them. I paid for my phone. There wasn't no free phones. I paid for my phones. He came to my house threatening to steal my stuff, take all my stuff from me, and give him my phones.
Why?
How am I
Because he
gonna
wants
steal
me. He
your
wants me to
stuff?
pay for a bill that he cut off
When was it cut off?
in August of 2011. He cut my
August
phone
of
off.
11, you never used it after that?
Never used it again. I've never had access to his account.
Now let's get to your counterclaim for $1,500. How does
Okay,
he owe
Your
you
Honor.
for that?
Because
I'll
he-
let
he-
you talk,
Oh,
sir.
oh,
Hold
He would
on.
come to my house with other guys threatening me, threatening my wife, telling me he's going to steal all my stuff multiple times. And I would tell him, just leave us alone. I'll call the police multiple times to
You
get him
have
off
a
my
police
property.
report?
No, they told me, we actually went to one, he said no, because he's never physically did anything to us. He was jealous of us. After we got out of his house, after we got out of his house, I got my own things. I made a better life for my family.
How long
Everything.
after moving out did he become jealous of you?
Right after.
Right after?
Right after.
Immediately after you were
Yeah.
living off of him.
I wasn't. No, it wasn't like that. I wasn't living off him.
Oh, Lord.
I fell into a bad place at that point in time.
And you moved in with him.
Yeah,
That's
and-
called
and-
living
okay.
off of him.
No, when I
and
moved
you're
out,
coming here sounding so
No,
ungrateful.
I had my own things already. When I moved out of this house,
Why did you have to live with him? Why did you have to get your phone in his name? You're coming here acting like you didn't need him. You needed him to even talk on the phone, let alone lay your head. You didn't even have a baby. You didn't have a place to lay your baby's head down.
No.
Now you coming here talking about he jealous of you.
when I moved out
Let's
this
hear
house, I
about
moved
this
along with
bill, sir. He says he didn't have the authority to change it.
Okay,
after August
and
of
he
11.
did, but when they called me about the passcode, that was after the phones was cut off.
That's a lie.
And then they
That's
got
a lie.
the passcode
That's a lie. That's a
and
lie.
started you. I have
That's a
I
lie.
have a recording from the AT&T lady.
And you showed me before.
You know what
showed
I'm saying? I have
my
the
name.
transcript of the my handshake.
Did you bring it
because my
today?
nerves
Did you
ain't
bring
too
the
good.
recording or you just have this? My name is Sawani Gear and I was
They got
calling
the
about...
audio.
Huh? They have the audio? I can
Yes,
hear it? All right.
My name is Sawan Garrett, and I was calling about account 625.
It was interrupted. They were basically canceled on 7/29/2013.
Okay, so they was all turned off back in 2011 is what I'm saying.
No, they were shut off in 2013.
So that means somebody was still using that account up until 2013.
There's one here, a note here about a transfer of billing responsibility. This was on April the 4th in 2013. Somebody by the name of Anthony Madden
Anthony Haddon.
Yeah, he called in because he wanted to know about doing the transfer of billing. One line was suspended and 3 of them were restored.
Any response? Anthony Haddon?
That's the recording.
Your claim is dismissed. Yours is granted. All right, have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
There's never no
no
friendship.
friendship.
There's
There's
none.
no.
We're done.
I mean, I don't have no problem with
Neither
them.
do we.
I'm a
I'd
man
rather
from
keep
the
up.
South, and we respect everybody until you cross us. Up until once you cross us, that's a wrap. I will feed you with a long handled spoon, but anytime you need help, I'm still there. But I'm not gonna go out to no extreme to do no extra help for them. You
Don't
feel
need
what
no
I'm saying?
help from him at all.